Hello and welcome back to this video where we are developing a date picker. So in our last video we had this user form. So now I want to code this button, or to simply write some simple codes in this button so that they become active. So to do that, we need to go to the worksheet and we create a dynamic calendar. So let us go to sheet 1. So here, this is where we shall write our dynamic calendar. So where we have Sunday to Saturday, and here we have about 6 weeks. So to do that, first we need to create a formula here, so which will give us the date of the first Sunday of the month. So for example, in June, the first date was that is 1st June 2021 was on a Tuesday. So here, so for example, let me type or write that date. So using the date formula, so the date formula gives us the year, the month, and the day. So here we'll type 2021, comma 6, that is June, then 1, which is the first day of June. So that is the date. Then Sunday was 30th. So therefore, to get 30th, we need to subtract 2 from this date. So that is equal to this date minus 2. And then we have 30th May. But we know that Sunday is the first day of the week. So if we take it to be the first day, then Monday is the second day, then Tuesday is the third day. So therefore we need a formula here which will connect this first day and the date on the on a Sunday. So to do that, since Tuesday is the third day, so here we shall write 3, and then we put it in bracket minus 1. So that gives us the 30th of May. So using this simple formula. So that this is dynamic, we shall use the weekday. Weekday is a formula in Excel. So it gives us the number of that day that is in a week. So for example, Sunday is the first day, Monday second, Tuesday is the third, Wednesday the fourth, Thursday is the fifth, Friday is the sixth day, and Saturday is the seventh day. So for example, we know that Saturday, that is this Wednesday, was the second, then this is third, this is fourth, and then this was fifth. So let us put that date here. So then we want the number 7 to be returned here as the 7th day of the week using this formula. So weekday. So here it gives you the serial number, which is basically the date. So we type the date here using date formula. So that is 2021. Then it was June. So 5th. Then close the bracket. So we expect 7 to be returned there. So let me close the bracket. So that is the 5th day. So I had not closed the second bracket there. So it gives us the 7th day. So let us try with Friday. Friday was on 4th. So therefore, again here, if we type weekday, So then we type date 2021, so that is June, then 4, that is Friday was on a 4th, so close the bracket again, so we expect 6 there. So that way, so the weekday is the one that we shall use here to get the first date, that is the date of the first Sunday in a month. So for example here, instead of 3, instead of 3 here, so we shall use weekday. Then the date there should be the first date of the month. So then we have 2021, 6, then comma 1. So close the bracket, and then let us see what will be the value. So we expect the date to be returned, so that is 30th May. So I need to close a bracket here. So that is the date. So then we close the bracket again here. So, and it gives you the 30th of May. So that is the formula we shall use to get the first day or the first date of the first Sunday in a month. So therefore we need to fix this first date of the month, for example, in a particular cell. So I've created a cell here, and also I have the months and the year. So therefore that date will be here. So where we have that is this cell. So let me adjust the columns. So here, this is where we shall have the first date of the month. So to get that first date of the month, so for example, so let me just type the first day of June, so which is so date. So let me start with equal sign. So we have date 2021, 6, 1. So then we close the bracket. So we have the 6th, that is the first day of the month, or given in cell Y1. So that is the cell we shall use to get the date in this cell B3. So therefore, instead of D3, so we shall just put, for example, the cell Y1, and then also here. So instead of that, so we shall have Y1. So that way, and we have the 30th of May. So let me give a name to that cell. So this cell, we shall simply call it Y. So that cell now, if you check the name box here, so it is called Y. So therefore, so here we shall now write our formula. So let me clear these ones. So we shall simply say is equal to Y minus weekday. So from what I've just explained, then the serial number there is Y again, so that is the first date of the month, minus 1 to give us the first date of the first, that is the date of the first Sunday. So if we close that, so we close that one So we have 30th of May. So then a date, since a date is just a number, so let me use this format, general, so that we can see the number. So you can see 30th of May 2021 is number 44,346. So we want to get the numbers for these other days up to the last cell, so this one here. So let us get other values, but here we need to say that is in case of error, because we shall be using the user form. So then an empty cell should be returned, so that way. So we have a formula also here where we have Monday, so which is just a simple formula. So we shall say if error, so return, that is we have B3. So B3 is the cell here for Sunday, so +1 to get the date on a Monday. So then comma, double quotes, so in case of error, so nothing will be shown in that cell, so that way. So then we can copy the rest, so that way. So then copy this one, so if error, so you have this cell +1 comma, double quotes, close the bracket. So then in this cell B4, so we add the last date on the 7th day here. So again here we say if error, so we have this cell +1 comma, so double quotes, close the bracket. So then we can copy the rest, and then can just double click here to get other values, so that way. So now we have all the dates or the numbers of the dates. So I want to use the number format so that we have the date in 2 digits or just 1 digit. So to do that, press on Ctrl+1. So click on custom, then where we have the name general, you just type D. So that is the date format. So we click OK, and therefore we have, so those are the dates that we have. So here I'm going to put a condition format so that the dates for that particular month are bold, while the dates that do not belong to that month should be faded. So to do that, we go to the condition format. So click on condition formatting, new rule, then use a formula to determine which cells to format. So here we shall say is equal to month. So month is a formula in Excel. So that is if month in cell B3 is not equal to the month in cell Y. So the name range we called Y. So then the format here should be, so we shall fill a light gray. So maybe you can select this one. So click OK, then click OK. So let me repeat that format. So you go to condition formatting, so manage the rules, so edit, so format, so that is we want the font, So the font to be light gray. So then the fill should be white. So you can select this one, and then we click OK, and we apply. So now the date are faded. So this is the calendar that we shall use in the user form. So we need a header also here. So before we put the header, so we shall need the cell here, and also we shall need this date to be dynamic. So therefore, let me name these cells N and O. So this one I will call it month ref. So we enter, then this one will be the year ref. That is the year reference. So we need to type it here in the name box. So the year ref. So you enter. So then here in the cell Y1, so we shall say is equal to that is the date. So that is the year, for example, should be the year F here, comma, the month. So the month we want a number and not a text. So therefore we shall use index and match so that we get the number. So therefore we need to name these columns. So for example, this column here, so I will call it calendar month. And this one, we'll call it calendar number. So we call it cal num. So then this will be the calendar year. So we call it cal year. So then let us put some dates here. So you can see the calendar now is blank because we have cleared the cell Y1. So let me call this one June. Or just enter June. So we shall use it as our example. Then the year is 2021. Then now we can put a formula here so that our calendar is dynamic. So we say is equal to date. So the year is this one. So where we have the year ref, then we want the month to be a number and not a text. So therefore we shall use index and match to get the month as a number. For example, June to be 6 in the cell Y1. So here we put cal num, comma, match. So it will be matched with, that is the month reference. So here we shall say month ref, comma, the calendar month, comma 0, close brackets twice. So then now we put the day. So that was for the month. Now we put the day. So comma 1. So we said it should be the first day or the first date of the month. So close the bracket and then enter. So if you go back to the calendar, so the calendar now is back. So if you type here July, so the calendar will turn to the July calendar. So that way. So I also need the header here. So we can type is equal to text. That is text join. The delimiter is a space, so that is put double quotes, then a space, comma. So that is 1 for true, then comma. So that is the month ref, then comma, the year ref. So that one, then close brackets. So that way. So therefore we have July there. So if you type, for example, August, and the calendar there is now dynamic. So this calendar is the one that we shall use in our user form. So this user form here. So let me run it. So that is this one. So this calendar will be shown here. So in the date picker. So that will be the next part that we are going to do. That is to write a code that will take the dynamic calendar to the user form. So let us go to the user form and we write some codes. So here I'll press Alt F11 to go to the user form. So you can also right click, that is one on the sheet, then you simply say view code. So that way. So then in this user form, I want to write some few codes on these buttons. So for example, let us start with this display. So the display here will be showing the header. So that is this header here. So this one. So to do that, so we click on the user form. So click on the user form. Then click on initialize. So then we don't need this one. So in the initialize, so let us go to the user form. So we had called this label, so we had given it a name, so LBL display. So we want it to display the month and the year. So that is in cell B1. So then we go back to the user form. So here we have, so we shall simply say me. So me is the other name for the user form. So me.lbl. So display. So as you can see it here, you just press tab key. So is equal to the range B1. So but we need to declare some variable here, for example the worksheet. So we simply say dim ws as worksheet, then set ws equal to sheet 1. So then here we simply say ws dot range, so B1. So that will refer to sheet 1. So that now when we run this code, So the month will be displayed, the month and the year will be displayed on the user form. So let us run that. So as shown there. So the next thing is to code that is these buttons here. So where we have the month, so we also have this one. So let me start with the stop button here. So we expect it to take us back to January. So here we shall simply say that so we want it to send, that is a date, to the worksheet. So for example, in this cell here, so it will send that is a number here, so that is number 1. Then this will turn to a date in text form. So therefore we need to put a formula here. So that is equal to, or maybe we can put that formula in the worksheet. That is in the user form. So therefore let me write a code for that. So that button is called CMD stop. So we expect it to take us back to January. So therefore we simply say, so that is, we want it to send a number here, so that is 1. So in the cell V1, so simply say me dot, that is ws, that is dim ws as worksheet. So set ws equal to sheet 1. So therefore ws dot range, so v1 is equal to, so is equal to 1. And then here we need to write a code for the cell w, so that is w1. So we simply say that so just copy this, and then we adjust it to w1. So w1 is equal to, so we shall write that is index and match. So you say, simply say index. So since we want the month to be returned, so we type cal month, so that is the range we created in the worksheet, comma match. So then v1, so v1 is this cell that will be where we shall send the value 1. So then comma cal num, so that is the month number. Then comma 0, so close bracket twice, then the square bracket. So let us run that and we see what will happen in the worksheet. So here we also need to call the user form initialize. So when we click it, so call user form initialize. So let us run and then click the stop button. So as you can see, it is showing 1 and January. So we shall use these two cells to give us the header also. So as you can see, it is reading January, but here we have August. So we want this August now to change to January. So we need to write a code there. So we simply need to say that so So let me check that. So that is N1. So you just copy this one, and then you type, you paste here. So then this should be N1. So is equal to W1. So it is equal to this one. So let us run. So click this button. As you can see, it has changed to January, and everything now reads January. So let us close that. We shall use the same code for this button. So that is the month button and the year button. So let us click here. So then in this one we shall say that because this is the reverse month, so let me start with the forward month. So this one, so month forward. So in this one I'm going to write a code. So I say if, so but let me declare some variable first. So dim ws as worksheet. Then set ws equal to sheet 1. Then here we put a condition that if worksheet, so this one is equal to, so we declare a variable, for example a, so this is equal to, or simply let me say that a is equal to the value in this cell, and therefore a is equal to a plus 1. Also, so this value is equal to a. So then we copy this code here, what we had here for the stop button. So we copy that and we paste here. So that is, we shall have the same coding there. So let us run this and we check on this forward month. So that is this button. So it has now a code. So this one we said is January. So what about this one? So you can see it is giving us February, March, so April, and you check on these two cells and these ones. So they are changing. So the month is changing. So that way. So that is what we want. So now let us code this button. So this is not active. So we need to write a code there. So that is this button here. So the code for this button is the same as the forward button. So it is the same as this one, only that we shall subtract. So we shall just copy the code in this button and we paste it here. So copy this one and you paste here. So then here we need to change a few things. So say less than 2. So if we put 1, so it will go to 0. So that's why we are putting 2, so that it can stop at 1. So then here we replace plus with minus. So let us run the code. So that is all we need. So run the code. So this one here, if you click it, so we expect this month to change to June. So click. so that way. So keep on clicking until January. So we continue. So then at this point it will stop. So again, if you click this one, so it will go up to December. So keep on clicking the forward button. So then we are now in December, so you cannot click further, so it stops there. So now we are through with these three buttons. So we go to the year button, so these ones. So then we go to the VBE. So click on the form here, then click the year. So let me click it again. So this one here, so it is called CMD year forward. So in this one, so now we are making reference to this cell, so that is O1. So we shall write a simple code there. So we need to copy this declaration, so paste here, then we put a condition that if the cell, so that is this cell here, O1, so that is WS, if WS dot range O1 is greater than 2099, then exit sub. So exit the subroutine. So and if, so here we say else. So if it is less than that, so now we say that is this one, so this cell, so we copy that one, we paste there, and then we say is equal to A. So we need to declare A here. So we say comma A, and then A is equal to A plus 1, and also this this A is equal to the same range. So let us run and we see. So this one here, so if we click it, we expect 2022. So we have not put end if, so this one should be somewhere down here. So let us stop that and we run. So click this one, so we expect 2022 here. So that is empty, so let us check the code again. So that is this A, so it should be the other way around. A is equal to the value in this cell, and then so worksheet.range is equal to A. So let us go back to the worksheet. So here you type 2021. So we go back to VBE. And then we run. Let us run the code. So click this one, so you can see 2023, 2024, and so on. So we need the code now for this button here, so the reverse year or the previous year. So we close this one, and then we go to VBE, click on the user form, then click on this button. So the code will basically be the same as this one. So we just copy this and then click on the user form. So let me reduce the size of this one. So I think it was size what? It was 12. So the height here should be 12. The width should be 12. So then we need to copy this code here for the year forward. Then click on the user form, then click on this button. So we paste the code here. So the button is called CMD year reverse. So you paste here, and then we make adjustment. So instead of 2029 here, now we say if the year is less than 1901, then so here we put -1. So if it is less than 1901, then exit sub else. So now we get we subtract the year by 1, and let us see that. So run the code. So if you click this one, it gives you 2027. If you click this one, we expect 2026. So that way, and so on. So our next part will be on how to code these ones. So for the combo box, so we need the combo box to send that is for example the month here to be sent to this cell N1, and the year to be sent here. So let us see. So when you click on the combo box, it should send the month, but we need to create the raw data source. So that is, you click on properties, then we go to raw source, so which is the calendar month, so as shown here. So this one should be calendar year. So that is, if you check on raw source, so this one, so this is the name range that we had in the worksheet. So let us check that. So that is this one, calendar month, calendar year. So let us run the user form, and we see that. So if you click here, so you have the month. So we need to change this so that we can see, and also the calendar year here. So let us go back. So the fore color should be, it should be white. So click on the user form, then select the two combo box. So So here we have the back color, and we need also the fore color. So we select white. So let us run and we see. So select, so now they can be seen. Then click on the ears, so those are the ears, and so on. So let us write a code on those combo boxes, and we see how they will send that is the month and the year to the worksheet. So we double click on that. Then here we simply say that so this cell, so that is this one, N1 and O1. So this N1 is for the month. So we simply say that or we simply copy this one. So these two here, and we paste here. So we remove this one, and here we declare variable dim ws as worksheet, set ws equal to sheet 1. So then, so whatever date is in the combo box, so it should be sent to this cell. So let me remove this. So we want it to send the month directly to N1. So we shall simply say ws.range N1 is equal to me.cmb. So that is the combo box is called CMB. So that way. So let me run and we see that, and we need to call the user form initialize. So call this. So let us run, and then we select the month. So for example, select July. So and it is shown there. So now we want this to send the date or the year to 01. So therefore we go back. The code will be the same as that of the month, so we copy that, click on the user form, click on the combo box for the year, then you paste. So where we have the month, now we have put the year. So CMB, so CMB year. So me.cmb year. So that way. Then this should be 01. So that way. So let us run and we see that. So this is for the month. So for example, April. And then here we select the year. So any year. So that way. Or you can type 2021 and it will be shown there. You can type any year there. So that is it for those combo boxes. So in our next part, we shall now write the code for these 42 buttons. So the ones now which will be having the dates. So thank you for watching my video, and see you in my part 3 on how to develop a date picker.